This is J.D. Dishman again, and here's another episode of Drawing with Autism. Sorry it took so long. It just took me a while to find the proper software to record me drawing on the computer, and it took me a while to locate my tablet that I use to record and draw my pictures on the computer. And also I'm a little out of practice for obvious reasons. And well, anyway, I'll do today's episode. I'm drawing one of my creations, Nexgen, and how Nexgen and my original creations and webcomics help me out. Okay, it's going to be a little bit emotional story. Okay. When I was younger, I started drawing webcomics. It's when I was in high school to at least have some kind of outlet for all the stress I was feeling. Draw comic books and stuff. Maybe near the end, I was drawing webcomics because all my webcomics were from my last semester of high school. Anyway, I was in probably about middle school when I created Nexgen as a means to escape the stress and bullying I faced from, every kid from the school, And one of them is, well, let's just say one of them was called JH. JH always not kicked my butt, but always messed with me, In our class, threw pencils at me and stuff. Like, everyone was mean to me. And then this kid named JC. JC kept, picking on me and stuff too. A piece of crap messing with my shoes, and also, I think one time he moved my seat back, and I fell onto the concrete floor of the computer lab. No, not computer lab, technology class. Yeah. Anyway, it was just frustrating and everything. And JH threw my lunchbox over a vending machine, and it landed on the top of it. And I couldn't reach it, so I had to wait till the teacher grabbed him, and I had to report him. It never ended. Even when my mom went to the stupid school board, it wouldn't work. It was just screwed up, man. But anyway, I drew pictures just as a way to escape the pain I was feeling, and obviously, I was drawing like all the time. I mean, in 7th grade, because that's when it got worse. Anyway, I kept drawing, because, well, yeah. And in 8th grade, I got so bad at drawing that most of my grades were slipping in 8th grade. They were good in the 7th grade, but not good in the 8th. I tried my best to complete on good grades, but it didn't work out, and messed up a few times near some point. Well, luckily, I got my grades back up again, and managed to start passing again. Anyway, I created most of the characters I work on now, either from 2 periods. 1, from middle school. 2, elementary school. I just put that as the second part. And 3, when I was in high school. So some of the characters you see are either OCs or original ideas I had. And some of them are based on fan characters I created a long time ago, Like, for instance, one of my characters, probably Paragon, aka Sodar, is actually, she was created from my high school days. She was a fan character in the beginning. I had to rework her in order to make her a little better and more fix her so she can work within a OC universe, an original character universe, original universe, or whatever, from a webcomics. But it's just, oh man, I've been working on comics for years. I think the first webcomic was actually a fan comic called Marvel X, which is based on Marvel Comics and Sonic X. if I pronounced it right. You know, Sonic X, the TV show based on Sonic games, to that point, it was the main inspiration for that comic. I thought it would be funny to see what happened if they combined with the Marvel Universe and stuff. Well, not combined, but meet up. And there was this one panel that had a lot of multiverse thing going on. I drew Batman for the first time in the comic. Anyway, I drew Batman a lot too, but yeah. I drew all my favorite characters also. Iron Man, Batman, and all these other characters, and then I started to create characters based on their archetypes. Like, Nexgen is like, what if Tony Stark was an autistic guy and he didn't have the financial... What if he started and what if his girlfriend was a very rich person and helped him start a company and created it based on some junk, probably after an incident, and it caused him to get fired. And also, I think one of the reasons I liked doing the Nexgen comic was that it was a pretty advanced suit and stuff, and I don't know. I guess I just wanted to try my own hand in creating characters like. And also, I got another character from middle school called Kunai, which his name changed over the years like Nexgen's did. But Kunai was so cool. I mean, he was a ninja guy. I couldn't remember how the original concepts were like, but the concept right now that I got going, you know, the very first one when I was in middle school, I think I was watching The Shadow, and it might have inspired me to create the character. And some elements from The Matrix, like how the Kung Fu was done. That alone helped me out a little bit. And for Nexgen, I just liked Iron Man. I wanted to create a comic with Iron character, and I think I drew an Iron Man series called Heroes of the North or whatever. Anyway, it was like a team-up book with all my favorite characters, including this new character I came up with, Nexgen, and stuff like that. Well, anyway, someone help me out, you know. And I hope that keeps going. It helps me keep going. Well, I'll see you guys later. I want to tell you about this stuff.